Hey everyone, this is Nikachu, and we are here for the final round with blue-white Merfolk. Unfortunately, we're 2-2 in this friendly league, so let's try to make it positive. We're going to thank our sponsor, the Manabase.com. If you want even more cube content, if you haven't got enough cube content in your world, we got a new guy, Mark Redaway. He's got this new thing, Life Starts at 20 at the Manabase.com. So we have a one-lander on the draw, and I think we can do better than that. Yeah, this is great. This is fine. Sure. Let's put more stuff on top. More creatures. All the creatures. We have Merfolk on top. When you have Aether Vial hands, you definitely want as many creatures as possible. Wooded Foothills Pass. What on earth is this? Could be Jund. Definitely could be Jund. Or a burn player with no sorcery in hand. Or some sort of green deck. Green-white? I know there is a new, what? Hexproof. Hexproof it is! Oh, great, Bogles. I'm totally cool with Hexproof. We have a bit of a slow start, but we are going to pack a punch once we start getting our game rolling. We have a ton of these Merfolk. We are even going to be put to a decision. What do we want to do with these Merfolk? So here's the Core Spirit Dancer. I assume that they have a land. Maybe not. Core Spirit Dancer can take over the game by itself as well. Oops, no. Always yield. Tick up for both. These are not bad things. Actually, now a good question: do we play the Silvergill Adept, or do we start playing Lords immediately? I can make these very big. I can make these incredibly big in our next few turns, but maybe there's a bigger payoff if we can draw a land in the next few turns. We do get the land, so what does this do? Yeah, I can just play it. The next turn we can tick one of our Aether Vials up to 3, play a Merfolk, cast the Master of the Pearl Trident, and then untap our Aether Vial on 3, and then put another Merfolk into play, and hopefully that will do some disgusting things. Fortunately for us, our opponent is packing everything up on the Ledgewalker, which we can absolutely deal with. We cannot deal with a creature that ends up going to 20, but we most definitely can do something about this thing. So even if he plays, say, like Core Spirit, what's it called? Daybreak Coronet, I think this is definitely a beatable position. Because he's not gaining all that much life. Let's say just like 5 life a turn. We can even chump block at some point. Our creatures are going to get ridiculous. And if we draw Master of Waves, that would be really good. So, I mean, we could even try to race him. Can we race? Let's see. We're gonna have 5/5 creatures. He's gonna have a 5/5 creature. No, we better just wait a turn. The only thing that we have to worry about is protection from creatures or Rancor. Those are the evil things that will put the game out of hope. Sure, no problem. This is not entirely true. It is a bit of a problem. Oh, I did forget that we are not playing with Master of Waves, so actually we are going to be in some trouble. And our opponent just played Rancor, so now we are in very serious trouble. Do I have to start considering blocking this thing? It's 11-9 with first strike. but only one Umbra. The problem is if I block with all my lords, it's not going to help me. Another Rancor, great. So I forgot, because we're playing blue-white, yeah, we're probably disadvantaged. Or a little bit more disadvantaged than usual. So I have to... Well, I can't even block it because of it has this stupid... can't be blocked except by creatures with flying. Alright, so we are dead. Moving on! Would have died to the Core Spirit Dancer too. Core Spirit Dancer just gets ridiculous, especially if it has Vigilance, because then you can't do anything about it. Harbinger of the Tides doesn't do anything to it. I mean, if you have Merfolk and you just cast the Harbinger, you know, that'll work, but whatever. So, well, this looks like it is pretty good in this matchup, if I do say so myself. So we're going to bring in all the Blessed Alliances. We'll bring in the Spell Quellers. I do like how we can exile the enchantments. We'll take out one Path to Exile, leave two of them in for the Core Spirit Dancer if it comes to the point where he has to put everything in there. I accidentally brought in a Rest in Peace. We'll get rid of that. We're definitely going to bring in all the Unified Wills as well to help counter all that stuff. Cards I don't like. I don't like Curse Catcher. He's dinky and small, does not do very much. I might not like Restoration Angel. This is very expensive. I want to keep all the lords, all of them. Our opponent is playing a Path to Exile deck as well, so maybe we get rid of a land? We reduced our curve by quite a bit anyway. How about we get rid of... I don't want to get rid of any of this other stuff. Let's get rid of a land. Our opponent is definitely bringing in Path to Exile, so we can get rid of... I don't know, Flooded Strand? Let's get rid of a Mutavault. I don't know what's best. Blessed Alliance. It's going to be sick if we get this off. Huh, they won't see that coming, that's for sure. I would love to play first. Nope, mulligan. Not really what we want either, but we'll keep it. It's not worth throwing back. It's a slow hand. Harbinger is not the greatest. Harbinger definitely not the greatest. We'll put that on top. Fetch for our Hollowed Fountain. Would love to pay life. And play our Aether Vial. And go. So the mulliganing is fantastic for us. Sorry, our opponent mulligan, so that is great for us. Oh god, that is disastrous. What? That's a beating, because we have a Silvergill Adept on top of our deck. That is just a beating. We're going to put this thing on 2 and probably ignore it for the rest. I thought we put a Silvergill Adept on top of our deck. Oh, we did, but we fetched it away. Well, then why did I have to draw this thing? I could have drawn something nice. Glade Cover Scout. Gotcha. So we are very far away from doing anything. Do I path that? Maybe not, because if I draw... Well, let's say I draw a land and I play Harbinger. I mean, if I draw a land, do I play Harbinger? Probably. He doesn't have double white yet, so... Okay, we'll just let that... We'll let the Arbor Elf live for a little while. So we're going to keep Aether Vial on 2 for forever. This is terrible. That is a timely pithing needle, in my opinion. Alright, great. So we got some information. We see the Core Spirit Dancer. We are definitely going to path it. Good question. Do we path it now or at his upkeep? Or at his draw step after he's drawn perhaps a land already? Yeah, let's do it at his draw step. Hopefully he's drawn a land. No, we can't play anything anyway. Who cares? I am certain that this guy feels like he is a genius. I mean, truth be told, Pithing Needle is fine against Merfolk because they have enough targets in the form of Aether Vial and Mutavault. Usually it's just not this backbreaking. Alright, so maybe we can get online here. Our hand is pretty top-heavy, though. Harbinger can bounce the Dryad Arbor. But this is where Daybreak Coronet will just cripple us. Of course, if we just curved out into lands, we probably would have won by now. I'm not sure what this matchup is like. This is going to help. I'm not sure what this matchup is like when I don't have Master of Waves, because Master of Waves, if our opponent doesn't have trample or protection from creatures, Master of Waves usually represents an extra turn for every elemental that it creates. There's another Harbinger of the Tides, so I can play Mariegery. I don't really want to play Scared with Spell Queller. I just want to get some sort of game going. Next turn, it's possible that we could have a very big turn with Mariegery and Harbinger of the Tides. Okay. First strike is serious. What on earth happens if I Spell Queller an Ethereal Armor? I don't know. Well, we drew a land. That's very good. Okay, so we can empty our hand. And hold up Unified Will for the future. Which will be online. I'll even target... So I guess I shouldn't target the island. I should target Hollowed Fountain. So all these creatures can trade with the Gladecover Scout. That's the important thing. First strike will kill one of them. And the rest will trade with the other guys. Probably not going to block with the Mutavault because I need to hold up Unified Will for something incredible. It's like for something crazy. I have some reason to believe that he's choked on mana. I'm like wondering, like, do you have another Path to Exile in your hand or something? But maybe he's scared of giving me more mana. Anyway, if he doesn't do anything, we are just going to triple block this Glade Cover Scout. He may kill... I mean, I guess ultimately he's going to kill the Rajiri, 2 Rajiris. Yeah, so he did have the Path to Exile. We can Unified Will it. Unless he has another one. Oh, he has another one, then we're just straight up dead. Or are we dead? Oh, that's close. So he top decks the Path to Exile. Come on. Come on. Come on. This thing will fizzle. Or at least we're going to get a lot of land out of this. Hey, what happened? How did this thing counter this? It shouldn't have. No, whatever. Slow death. Slow death. Not sure what I'm hoping for here. So if I block this, I take 3 damage, so I have to Spell Queller. Block the Dryad Arbor. Try to survive for another turn. Go down to 4. Could help us here. Don't know. Or sorry, yeah, we go down to 1. Slippery Boggle. I need something very big to defend myself against the Scout. No, that's not it. Alright, we die. We die again. No good. No good. Unfortunately, Blue-White Merfolk. Too clunky. Too clunky. Even in the friendly league, we didn't even do that great. I could not make Blue-White Merfolk great. Maybe there's a list out there, maybe, but do you know what? We take too much damage from our lands. Path to Exile. Not always where we want it to be. Well, let's go back and look at the list. I was hoping to be a little bit more hopeful than that. I mean, our Jund and Bushwhacker matchup went to 3 games, but still, it didn't feel. It ended up not being that great. I mean, Bushwhacker Zoo was going to be bad anyway, but I figured against the Boggle deck, we should have had very good game against it. And maybe we got unlucky. Maybe we got unlucky. He had a very well-timed Pithing Needle when we had a hand that was incredibly weak to it. We didn't have to be incredibly weak to it. And he also had 2... He top deck a Path to Exile right when we were going to stabilize the game. So maybe we just ran bad in that way. But you know what? Like Blue-White Merfolk, it has the problem of being a little bit more clunky than we want it to. We didn't get to see the full. We saw Spell Queller was pretty good against Ad Nauseam. Like it was okay, and I imagine it would be very good against other combo decks. But I'm not sure because it still costs 3 mana. Restoration Angel did stuff. I didn't mind Restoration Angel. It was too bad we didn't get to see the power of Blessed Alliance. I imagine that this card could have been great against that Boggles deck. Just fantastic. There were a lot of turns where he just attacked with that 1/5/3 first striker, and we could just Blessed Alliance, make him sack the thing, and gain some life, gain 4 life, and we would have been in great shape. What else? So I think Blessed Alliance actually looked pretty impressive at a theoretical point of view. Maybe we still don't want to have Path to Exile even though we're playing with white. Maybe this should just be Vapor Snag, a much more, I don't know, it's a more versatile card. It's a card that we can hit our own creatures. Path to Exile, I don't know. I don't think we saw much out of Path to Exile in this league, and I don't think we ever would. Chrome Coast didn't screw us over. We didn't see it. There was also, I mean, our deck is constructed in a way that maybe it's not as badly bruised by this thing. Well, anyway, that's going to be this for Blue-White Merfolk. I don't know, do we want to play a game? Okay, we'll go quickly play something. I'm going to be the boss of this table. You will fear me. Or take all my money, one or the other. I have to wait for the big blind. All right, we're gonna wait for the big blind. We can talk still a little bit more about Modern. As of the filming of this, you know, Fate, as foretold, has not taken over Modern yet. Modern has not shaken up totally, although there is some green-white infinite mana combo out there. So there's some stuff has been created thanks to Am and Ket. We got to be looking at Standard. I mean, I've personally already started playing Standard. I am playing Blue-White Spirits in Standard. Not making it work yet, unfortunately. No, that is not happening. I am sitting at like just 50%. I'm slowly improving the deck here and there, but it just is a smidge too clunky. It is a smidge just too clunky. There's just too many efficient, fast creatures for very cheap mana out there. But I'm still working on it. Sideboard is totally up in the air. I didn't try out that Cast Out card. It's the 1 white, 3 colorless, exile a permanent enchantment. It's an enchantment that you can play with Flash. So I'm going to be trying that out in my next few Standard leagues. And hopefully that works out for me. There does feel like there is some potential. Like, I feel like I have a lot of game against the control decks in Standard. There's like a blue-white-red control deck now. There is a blue-red control deck because I can play all the creatures. I can play most of the spirits at instant speed. And there is a bit of an engine with this Bygone Spirit. I can't remember. It's a white 2 colorless 2/3 flyer, and whenever you cast a creature spell with converted mana cost 3 or less, you get a clue, and that can get out of control really quickly. So I hope you guys are excited for Standard. There's going to be some Standard on my channel. I don't know when. Probably after Grand Prix Vegas, you'll start seeing some Standard on my channel. After the Splash series, we're going to get straight to Modern Merfolk and Legacy to prepare for Grand Prix Las Vegas. Coming up pretty soon, coming up in a month. I'm pretty excited for Legacy because it's going to be my first big Legacy Open. And that's important because I'm going to make Merfolk great again in Legacy. You have to make Merfolk great again in Legacy. Okay, we got 2 people. Okay, well, how big do I have to make this? 7, 28. Here, let's just make it like this. This hand is trash. And I'm going to be out of position against 2 people. Okay, he wins. You're the table captain, not me. Maybe I got to pay attention to what these guys are doing. See if we can get away. Well, we definitely cannot get away with playing every single hand. That just doesn't work. Okay, I'm not betting to really protect... Well, I'm betting sort of to protect my hand. I probably have the best hand. Oh boy. I guess I will call, and I'm just going to call to hope to hit a 4 or a 6. Oh, I picked up a straight draw. Why is this guy min raise? I hit my straight. And I'm going to bet something stupid big. We got paid off for looking like a dummy. I'm guessing he had the king. He had to have had the king. Yeah, he had ace-king. So he limped with an ace-king. It's a very strong hand to limp with. Got 6-4 again. It worked out for us last time. Maybe it's going to work out for us this time. Oh, no, you don't. So this guy is 3-betting. That's a really strong move. I'm going to make an even stronger move. I'm going to 4-bet. This table is going to get out of control really quickly. But we're playing with pennies, so who cares? It is about to get interesting, is the point. And if he goes all in, then I guess they're just not going to respect anything I do for the rest of this for the rest of the time here. I am. But we take it down. That was a huge bluff. Huge bluff. We're going to make more big bluffs like that. But unfortunately, we're not really cashing in because this is the super bumps. This is the super bum stakes. This is the penny stakes. This is the broke stakes. This is I had money and I don't have any more money, any more stakes. This guy sort of plays face up, so I assume that he's got some piece of this flop. There we go. There we go. Re-raise every hand. Every hand that I can is going to be re-raised. I just wish this lucky Kamal guy would play a little faster. Come on. Come on. Let's move. Let's keep it moving along. Keep it moving along. Okay, so he 4-bet me. I fold. We're gonna set the trap, just like some fish would say. We're setting the trap for something really big. This 46-cent bet worked this time, but it won't work every time. Let's just open raise this to 14. I won! Oh my god, I have ace queen. I think if this guy puts in any bet and I raise him, he's just going to go all in with like ace 10, assuming I have nothing. That's 2 cents. I am definitely going to jack up the price. He folded. Too bad. We have some insane image right now and could not get paid off with an ace queen. Actually, we have to re-raise every hand, so we'll re-raise with this. Oh, this is so bad though. 3-4 out of position. This is pretty terrible. Because the problem is, even if we hit the flop, it's never going to be great. Bet another 20. Hopefully they missed everything. It's not a big bet, but it doesn't commit me to the pot, and hopefully it scares both of them. It's enough to put them all in by the river, that's for sure. Got one fold. It's just really embarrassing if this really short stack goes all in, then I'm going to lose that pot. By the way, like, what I'm doing is just ridiculously stupid. I don't recommend you do this at all. This is just insane. Opening raise. 5 big blinds. That's not a bad flop for a hand. We have 2 overcards. We have a gut shot straight draw with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We just need a 9. And we have a backdoor flush draw. This hand has a lot of potential. See, this guy bets into us. We raise him. We caught a good card on the turn. I don't know if this is worth going all in on. Let's see, on 3, 4, 5, so he could have a straight draw. I guess I'm just going to take my equity, check back, and hopefully hit something. Either the heart, the 9, the 8, or the 10. I guess I'm just going to check back and give up. I don't really beat much. We'll see what he's working with. Oh, he just had overcards. You bet called with overcards? Well, you won. Damn. Alright. I'm going to just bluff you in the future. He did the bluff call. I'm having a lot of fun, but I guess we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to close it up soon. I will make re-raises, but I will not call any re-raises. Lucky Kamal guy goes all in with, I have no idea with what. I guess we'll play one more orbit. Oh, this is the payoff hand, people. No! Come on, I have like a real hand for once. Aw, so sad. So sad. That's like a get dunked on myself. Wah, wah, wah. Pocket Kings being like the second best hand pre-flop. Okay, one more orbit. Let's see what we can do. We need to go from rags to riches. I totally missed this flop. Continuation bet. There's some big cards out there. I'm hoping he just missed all of this. Ugh, that's not good. So if he has a king, then he has a full house. If he has a pocket pair, he has a full house. Yeah, he's just betting. I wish I could play all day so I could break this Lucky Kamal guy. Or maybe break the whole table. So yeah, looking forward to standard. Not looking forward to drafting. I mean, you won't see it on the channel, but I'm absolutely not looking forward to drafting. Drafting is so boring. Like, it's really boring. I really do not enjoy it whatsoever, and the gameplay feels just awful. It's just a pile of cards versus another guy's pile of cards, and even though there might be some like cool interactions or synergies, it feels empty compared to, say, Modern or Legacy. And once you've like solved the format, it's a bit weird. That is a terrible flop for this hand. I will try to check it out. I have a straight flush draw. Well, I didn't hit the straight flush, but I did hit my flush. It's a very weak flush, though. Maybe we can get called by like an ace, 4 of spades, or something like that. What do we get called by? Oh, just pocket. Oh, yeah, 3 of a kind jacks. All right, we got paid off by something. That's nice. Okay, I guess this will be... Okay, I'll just sit out next hand. I'm gonna play this last hand against Lucky Kamal. This hand's trash, but you know what? We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work against Lucky Kamal. He's not gonna feel so lucky after this hand. He's gonna feel terrible. Oh, he just folded. Whatever. Okay, so that's it for Blue-White Merfolk. Sorry, guys. I wish we could do better with Blue-White Merfolk. You know, but looking back, our matchups were just terrible. I'll probably talk about it when we sum up all the decks, but like, yeah, when we had Dark Folk, like for example, all those Esper decks, that's where we wanted Blue-White Merfolk against. That's where Blessed Alliance and Path to Exile would have been great against those Gurmag Anglers and Tassigers. And when we were playing Dark Folk, we want to be playing against like Bushwhacker Zoo, so we can kill the creatures with one removal spell like Fatal Push and Inquisition and Collective Brutality. Take a lightning bolt from your hand, kill a creature, gain some life, lose some life. Those were the matchups for Dark Folk, and so and I think also the Dark Folk would have been great against Bogles because we have hand disruption to rip critical auras from their hand, while Dark Confidant to help like grind through them or whatever. I don't know. I feel like the matchups were just off, but we have one more to get through, and that is Coco Folk. It'll be very exciting to see what Coco Folk will do in Modern. Tune in next time. This has been Nikachu playing Blue-White Merfolk in Modern.